Merhaba, kamera arkasında bu hafta 90'lı yılların kült anime serilerinden olan Japonların dünyaca ünlü bilim kurgu eseri Ghost in the Shell yapımının Hollywood revizesinden geçen filmin yapım aşamalarını seyredeceğiz. Yapım ilk olarak 1995 yılında Mamoru Oshii imzalı uzun metraj bir anime olarak salonlara gelmişti. Şimdi ise animeden sonra Hollywood dokunuşuyla live action tarzına bürünüyor. Çekimleri Yeni Zelanda'da yapılan filmin baş karakteri Motoko Kusunagi'yi Hollywood'un başarılı yıldızlarından Scarlett Johansson canlandırıyor. Fakat başrol olarak uzak doğulu bir oyuncu yerine güzel yıldız Scarlett Johansson'ın seçilmesi biraz tartışma yaratmıştı. Japon karakterlerin Amerikalı Hollywood yıldızları tarafından canlandırılması sebebiyle sosyal medyada bir hayli de tepki çekmişti. Ve Johansson dışında oyuncu kadrosunda Michael Pitt, Juliette Binoche, Michael Wincott, Blue Asbeck, Hiro Fukushima ve Takashi Kitano gibi önemli isimler de yer alıyor. İnsan cyborg Major Motoko Kusunagi ve onun yönettiği Section 9 ekibinin maceralarını konu alan ve büyük sırların açığa çıkacağı yapım Ghost in the Shell çekim aşamaları ve özel röportajlarıyla ekranlarınıza geliyor.
Section 9 ETA.
2 minutes out, Major.
I'm going in. Section 9 is a group of operatives that fight cyber terrorism.
They're all chosen for their specific skill sets.
Aramaki, the commander of Section 9, Takeshi gives that character the weight that it needs.
He's kind of the patriarch of this highly trained squad. Batu, he's ex-military, he's cyber-enhanced, but not to the degree of the Major. He's got a real understanding of her.
Major is the one who he can connect with.
I have to get inside her memory.
You'll be exposing your mind. You'll be wide open.
How come you're the one sweating?
When Major is with Batu, it's the most kind of human she feels. He reminds her of the life that could be possible.
Are you okay? He's full of heart. He's full of warmth. But yet again, he's the most hardcore killer in Section 9.
She's got this wonderful and dysfunctional inherited family.
These guys are just awesome.
I hope the audience shares the same passion that I have for this unruly bunch.
Breathe. Do you remember anything about the attack?
What happened?
You were in an accident.
Why can't I feel my body?
Your body was damaged. We couldn't save it. Only your brain survived.
Sedate her.
Who is the Major is a good question. And this film is really about the journey of self-discovery for the character.
Everyone around me, they feel connected to something.
Scarlett did bring so much to it. She's really inhabited the role, the hidden anger, hidden humanity. She really became the Major.
Scarlett's character has an ability to adapt herself with any situation.
We saved you. And now you save others.
This is Major. I'm going in.
This experience has been like nothing else I've ever had before. It's a ride, for sure.
Oshii, who made the anime, came to visit us in production to see that world imagined. It's pretty spectacular.
The scale of it is so baked in from the beginning. It's very true to the anime.
Rupert is really a visionary.
Edit there. Very good. Thanks, Scarlett. Scarlett, she's incredible. It's great to start from something that inspires you.
This experience has been like nothing else I've ever had before.
スカーレット・ヨハンセンの元子を一本通して最後まで見てみたい。僕が想像した以上に役になってると思う。間違いなく今まで作られた広角の中で一番ゴージャスな作品になると思う。
We created a universe that people haven't seen before.
We saved you. And now you save others.
Everything they told you was a lie.
They created me. But they cannot control me. This ends now.
The world of Ghost in the Shell was something that really caught my imagination and inspired me.
Rupert is really a visionary and has completely created an homage to the manga, to the anime fans, but has put his thumbprints all over this project.
Very good, thanks, Scarlett. We took, to me, what were the most iconic pieces and built the rest of the universe narratively to fit it. The great thing about the film visually is that every scene you go to somewhere different. It's in a retro future in a way where everyone's enhanced, so you see the world differently.
It's not the future that we imagine to be kind of pristine and personality-less. City is built upon city.
We have 80s cars and 90s machine guns.
It's very much an indulgent idea of what the future could be.
Because of the power of what Shiro created originally, I feel we're just another part of the legacy of Ghost in the Shell.
The purpose of concept art is to get the directors and production designers and everyone's kind of creative vision in a piece of art that we can then use to create the vision in the world.
Rupert Sanders has an exact idea of what he wants in this universe.
It's in a kind of retro future in a way, a world of many creeds and races, where everyone's enhanced, a world where your eyes are enhanced so you see the world differently.
They went to Hong Kong as well and they took a lot of street photos. That's a big part of the concept here was the background street characters, and they're quite special to Rupert.
Rupert is really a visionary, and he has completely created a very unique and captivating idea of what the future could be.
Oftentimes, we will use previs instead of storyboards.
Previs is kind of like the video game version of the movie. It's a way that, with a very small crew, the producers and the director can get a sense of what the shots are going to look like well ahead of time.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they can bring that to reality.
It's kind of its own world that people haven't seen before.
We're shooting the shelling sequence that is very iconic from the anime and from the manga, where the Major's character comes to life.
Everything you see of the skeleton in the shelling sequence is the real skeleton. So we did as much practically as we could.
This is the Major's skeleton. This is actually Scarlett's height, so that was one of the first things we did was find out how tall Scarlett was and then scale the model to her. So because we had such fantastic designs up front, we were able to go through and basically break this down into all its different components. And I think there ended up being about 1,400 individual pieces, and they all need to mesh together and fit together perfectly. We've essentially created an internal skeleton and then basically put a muscle layer around the outside of that.
You should just do like a slow track.
We had another body as well that we brought out of a white liquid, and that was really the skin layer that went over top. So it's all about adding these layers and watching the layers build up through the process. The actual shelling sequence is one of the ultimate moments in Ghost in the Shell, so getting the opportunity to actually be a part of this has been massive.
It was exciting for me to make a version of that that echoed the original and felt like it was actually happening.
Hi, I'm Kurt.
And I'm Bart, and we're the costume designers on The Ghost in the Shell. I think the overall style started with Rupert, who's super visual.
I think for actors, it's such a big part of what they're doing. You know, they always say when they step into the wardrobe, it finally kind of they become a character.
From the very beginning, we wanted to do something that was both honoring the original source material, but also super distinctive and memorable.
One of our key costumes was the geisha. We wanted them to feel traditional, but we also wanted to kind of use untraditional materials.
One of the really traditional elements of a kimono and what geishas wear is their obi, their belts. We wanted to take the traditional obi methodology but incorporate our own motif on it, which was like this circuitry and kind of following the same kind of panels that are in the face.
There was a lot of design talking about whether this would be like a silicone mask or whether it was going to be a hard mask, and we ended up doing a hard mask and hard hair, which I think was really, really beautiful in the end.
Every time you shoot with the geisha, they're entombed in hard-shelled masks which have fans in the hair pieces and vents at the back. It's really a terrifying character.
Başka bir filmin yapım aşamasını anlattığımız kamera arkasında tekrar görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.